Welcome, my fellow Catholic. This week I want to talk to you about why it's important to have a community around you before you have a community of donors. And I'm going to walk you through at the end a simple exercise on how you do that. So make sure that you stick around till the very end of the video, and I'm going to give you a very simple exercise on how I build my community, how I help other Catholic charities build their communities, and this way they fundraise even better. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So click the subscribe button, and that way you don't miss a video. Every Thursday, I'm publishing a new video, a new blog, new examples, a whole bunch of material that's going to help you fundraise even better. Because with more support, more ideas, you can find your authentic Catholic voice when it comes to fundraising, and therefore you're going to have a greater success. Second, I want you to go to my website, catholicfundraiser.net. Go to catholicfundraiser.net and download my free ebook, 10 Commandments to Catholic Fundraising. Yes, 10 things that I think every Catholic should be doing when fundraising in the Catholic context to have better results. I want you to focus today and hopefully the next 7 days and the rest of the year on building your community, for the simple reason donations come from people that are inspired by you. And if you don't have a lot of people that are inspired by what you're doing and know what you're doing, well, you're going to have a lot less chances to get donations. So build a community. And what I mean by build a community, get people involved, engage with them, interact with them, share with them knowledge about what you're doing, knowledge about the issue that you're trying to help. Ask them questions, get them involved in different ways. Don't just ask them to donate. Find different ways of building a community around you that's passionate about what you're doing. So the goal is them as passionate as you. You also have to build dialogue in your community. So it's not just about you sharing what you're doing, what your mission is doing, how you're trying to change things. You have to figure a way of getting other people to communicate. And one of the best ways that I find to do that is through asking people for commentary, getting their feedback in surveys. I'm a really big fan of surveys, especially when it comes to fundraising, because I learn what's inspiring people. And this is really important because you can never assume why people are inspired by what you're doing. Because when it comes down to fundraising, you have to be able to, hit that emotion, hit that passion, hit that, that excitement that's going to get people to donate. You can't just assume that people are passionate in the way that you are. You have to find the words, the phrases, the messages, the stories that they're passionate about. So make sure that you have that two-way dialogue. The next thing I want you to do is listen. One time I was at a Benedictine abbey it was kind of like a retreat, and the abbot was sharing his thoughts about one of the rules. And one of the rules that I didn't know about was that the youngest monk always has a chance to speak openly without anyone interrupting them. And the reason that Saint Benedict put this rule in with all the others is because he recognized that God sometimes speaks to the smallest person. So if you think about Moses, Abraham, David, Saint John, the children that are always, they're the ones that Mother Mary's going to during all the apparitions. So God is always choosing the unexpected to give some type of great wisdom, great insight. So make sure that you're listening to people. And again, one of the best ways to listen is through a survey, getting that feedback about what you're doing, how you're doing it, are you doing it well, how can you improve? Here is a simple exercise on how to get going on your community. And that's through the way that I fundraise is always I pray, and then I act. The first thing that I want you to do with prayer is make a list of everybody that's around you, whether they're donors, non-donors, volunteers, people that you've come into contact with. Make a list and recognize who your community is. Then I want you to open up your Bible to St. Paul's letter to the Philippians and read how he communicates and he dialogues with this community of people. And he's going to inspire you about what it is that you can say to your community. Next, I want you to pray about how well you're communicating with people. So just reflect on the different ways that you're communicating with people and write down the things that you're currently doing and the things that possibly you could be doing even better. So just take a moment to pray. The third prayer in this exercise is figure out how often you're getting feedback and you're listening to people in your community about what they're doing. If you're not doing a whole lot, find ways of increasing it. If you already are getting feedback, make sure that you're taking action on what people are telling you and make sure that they know that you're taking action. Last, ask. And what are you going to ask people? You have to ask people, your community, to be taking steps each month in doing something. You can't just assume or hope that people in your community are going to, attend an event here and there, donate here and there, read something here and there, get involved here and there. You have to proactively every month, at least every month, ask them to do something, and that way they're moving forward with your mission. So be that leader and ask them to be moving forward, and bit by bit they're going to be taking action, and when it is that time to donate, they're going to want to donate because they've already taken all these different actions and they're really involved in your work. If you enjoyed this video on fundraising, make sure to subscribe. Right over there, it's going to be somewhere. Also, if you just enjoyed the scenic views of Catholicism in France, make sure to subscribe as well, and just follow me along on learning how to fundraise and seeing the beauty of Catholicism in the south of France. Cheers. Santé.